everyone, it's Heather from Create again. Today our art prompt that I'm going to introduce you to is found poetry. If you're not aware, April is National Poetry Month, and poetry is an expressive art just like visual arts, music, and I think a lot of people are starting to turn towards doing creative arts that they may not have tried in the past. So I thought I would introduce you to this technique. I think sometimes people can find the idea of writing poetry a little intimidating, but it's really not. And this is kind of an easy way to get started and can be kind of fun too. So found poetry just means you take an existing page. So this is a page that I had torn out of my altered book or art journal. And just blacking out certain words and keeping others. So this is one, I'm going to hold it up, I know it's probably showing backwards, but this is one where I had kind of gessoed over a page and circled certain words that I liked, and it can be a very stream of consciousness kind of activity where don't really think about the words and don't really read the passage you're doing, but just kind of circle the words that stand out at you. And what can be really cool is that process, these words jump out at you and can form this real lyrical kind of quality to them, because that's basically what poetry is. The other reason I wanted to introduce this technique is that we're also working with our Everything is Lit instructor, Colleen Weigel, to promote walk poetry. So I encourage you all to visit the Walk Poetry Instagram and Facebook page. And people all over our area are writing down poems, quotes, drawing pictures in chalk on the sidewalk. So it's very temporary, but it's a way to kind of just inspire your neighbor and just get out what you're feeling at that moment. So I encourage everyone to participate in National Poetry Month in that way as well. So what I thought I would do is show you a found poem that I did recently, just now, and all I did was I took this page and I just started by blacking out with Sharpie. So this is also an activity that's really easy. You can, if you don't have a Sharpie, you can use any kind of marker or pen or whatever. And you can do this with a magazine page, you can do it with a book page, anything that it's okay for you to mark up. And so what I ended up coming out with, it was really interesting when I just picked this page randomly out of my book, and it ended up having to do, the passage overall had to do with a lot of struggle in this book, and it was very symbolic of just this time that we're going through right now. So I'm going to read what I came up with in my found poetry. So I'm just reading the words that are left and not blacked out. So, the unconscious mind, aware of being afraid, family desperate, survival simply clear. Gray dawn moved by night, cautiously running as if the drums rolled down them from a distance. So that's my poem, and I don't even really consider myself a writer, but it's really an interesting process. So I invite you all to try this process and post what you come up with and on our Facebook page. And what I think I'm going to do is, because my poem is just this portion right here, I'm going to cut this out and use it as a page in my altered journal and my sketchbook as well, and maybe create some art around it. So that's kind of another way you can take the step to the next level, is if you have a quote, or you've done the mantra cards that we've talked about. You can make some art around those quotes and those inspirational sayings. So you can do the same with poems. So I hope you have fun with it, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.